How
went
the
back to
fuck can
sleep.
someone sleep in such a scenario? Oh my god.
Somebody's coming, catch my leg, not my head. If I'm reachable, catch my leg, I can kick their face. It could be the father, no? In
Yeah,
that
that was
moment,
the first thought that came.
I was like, okay, father could be the guy who is
Maybe he
coming in
wanted
and
to be
all at the
judging you
end of the.
right now. You only were the one who go out at 11:30, 12 in the night and all to meet people.
ಅಮ್ಮ ನಂಗೆ ಸುಸ್ತಾಗ್ತಿದೆ ಕಾವೇರಿ ನನ್ನ ಕೈಲಿ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ಕಾವೇರಿ. What the hell has he written, ಕಾವೇರಿ? About 2 years ago, I was driving home from a family reunion party late at night, and the drive was about 2 hours. I didn't stay the night because I had to be back to work the following day.
Okay.
Most of the drive was on roads with dense bushes and trees on either side. The real creepy ones you see in a lot of movies.
Okay.
Yes, I can imagine.
Yeah.
Anyway, I had been driving about 45 minutes and I was starting to get really tired. You know how sometimes you just suddenly become really tired out of nowhere. Well, yeah, that happened to me. I knew I wasn't going to last, but I didn't come across any place that I felt I could park and safely sleep. Okay, good
Okay.
start to a horror story.
Yeah.
Anyway, after it became clear to me that I wasn't going to find a place to pull up and my tiredness wasn't going away, I did something very questionable. I pulled over to the side of the road onto the grass behind some bushes and tried to hide my car from anybody else who was going to come past the road. The roads were empty. I came across another car every few minutes or so. So he was trying to hide himself from the main road
Got
so
it.
that nobody see. I made a mental note that the time was 11:22 and then fell asleep. Oh my god.
Okay.
Sometime later, I was woken up by a screeching sound. I looked at the clock. 11:50. The sound stopped after a few seconds. And because I was still extremely tired, I didn't bother looking around and simply
How
went
the
back to
fuck
sleep.
can someone sleep in such a scenario? Oh my god.
Okay, okay, okay. I'll judge him later. I didn't bother looking around and simply went back to sleep. I was later awoken by the same sound and it was now 12:40. Okay. So is there any importance of the time why he is mentioning like
I don't
40 minutes
know.
later? Yeah, I don't know.
That's what even I'm expecting something.
This time it really freaked me out because the sound didn't stop. The thought ran across my mind that it was an animal inspecting the car.
He
I
slept
hope it's
again.
an animal it was inspecting the car. But why wouldn't it return almost an it why would it return almost an hour after it had left the previous
Okay.
time?
That is not a logical question to ask.
No, he is actually questioning his thought whether it was an animal or not. Yeah. So he is only telling it might.
The window was moving.
Okay. So he was actually initially thought it was an animal. Then he is telling it can't be an animal because why would an animal come back after an hour before it had left? Okay. That makes sense because it's not an
Some other
animal in the
animal
story.
could have come, no?
Huh?
Some other animal itself could have come.
I don't
Okay.
think so. It's an animal. It's the same thing which is outside your window now.
Hey, shut up! Oh my god.
I looked in my rear view mirror and just managed to catch a glimpse of something running away into the forest. Now, at the time, I thought it was the damn hook killer. You know, the one that scratched that couple's tire and then slaughtered the guy when he got out to investigate. Okay, we are missing a reference. I think it's a famous story there where.
I think, yeah, this was a thing that hook killer was a old serial killer, I think, if I'm not wrong.
Oh my god. Okay.
Yeah.
Then he's like, fuck that. I thought to myself, so I got the hell out of there.
Thank you.
There was bend no more than 100 yards up the road, and I came around it. There was a fucking car parked off the side of the road with the driver's side door open. I slowly, I slowed down just to look to see if someone was in there. There wasn't. Then I looked in my rear view mirror. I didn't see anything, and all of a sudden, the guy comes sprinting around from the corner.
That's what I was expecting for some reason. Okay.
He starts screaming at me, shouting stuff like, hey, you, get the fuck out of the car now. I knocked the fuck out of there and sped off. I never saw the guy again. Moral of the story, don't fucking sleep on the side of the. Okay, the difference between us and Americans is we would never do this. We don't need to go through this experience actually to realize. But oh my god. Yeah, this is a very realistically scary thing which could happen, but I don't think so. I would experience. I'm not questioning. I'm not challenging again. But this is again something where I think we are smart enough where we don't really take the risk.
Yeah,
He's
I
telling
mean,
it's a creepy bushes where you're coming via, and then he's like, "Okay, I'm so tired. I can't wake up for 5 minutes. Also, what the fuck is that?"
but what do you think the scratching, screeching, whatever sound was? Probably
It
that
could be.
person.
It could be anything. I'm not sure. Is it like the person could be like a thief, right? He's stopping his car. If somebody comes, like it might not be the same guy who wanted to kill or something. It could be the thief. Like that happens in Bangalore also. Like when you're going outskirts,
Correct, correct.
people
Yeah,
try
yeah.
to. Okay, I heard some sound. People try to ambush you from the side, so not. But okay, good lesson for somebody who is actually dumb to actually do these things. I'm smart. I'm not never gonna stop.
Not this dumb. Like, I wouldn't get tired at all in such a scenario. I'll be
Yeah,
like, I'll
I'll
reach
be
home
extra
and
awake. I'll be like, oh
yeah.
my god, I've got to reach
That
home.
adrenaline will be there. I don't understand. Okay. True story time. I was about 4 or 5 years old and my parents had just separated. My mom
Oh,
was
this is
living.
like, oh, look at the coincidence. Reading 4 5 year stories. You are somebody who can write stories when you are 4 years or 5 years old. Yeah.
Yeah, reference to the other video, we'll add a card for the other video.
Yeah.
Okay, my mom was living in a 2 bedroom apartment. I had my own room, but I preferred to sleep in her bed whenever I was staying with her. Our 2 bedrooms were at the end of a hallway. Who
One
sleeps alone
minute.
at 4 or 5 years old?
No, but what do you mean by when I'm sleeping with her? What are the times for a 4 year old, 5 year old kid to stay?
I
Is
think that's
not.
a thing in US where they live, like they sleep alone when they're born.
Yeah, but when I am staying with her means like you stay her with. Is
No,
it a
their
divorce
parents
scenario?
separated, right? That's what she started with.
Oh, is it? Okay, I did not get that. Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
okay.
They were separated. So, okay. I had my own room, but I preferred to sleep in her bed whenever I was staying with her. Our 2 bedrooms were at the end of a hallway directly across from each other. Okay. Our apartment was on the first floor, and I remember that it was in the middle of summer, and my mom had a window open her room. Okay, open in her room, which was directly behind the bed above the headboard. Pretty much my scenario. Okay. Anyway, I woke up in the middle
No,
of the night. Uh,
I,
tell me.
normally don't understand why the people put head to the window. I'll put the leg. If somebody's coming, catch my leg, not my head. If I'm reachable, catch my leg, I can kick their face. Head if they catch, what the hell can you do? I don't really understand. You will put the head thinking, okay, nothing will happen. The window is right there. I'm putting my leg. If somebody comes, I put the pressure and kick them with the other leg or do something. Okay, I don't really get this.
Okay. Where was I? Anyway, I woke up in the middle of the night and remember sitting up and seeing that our cat was sitting in the door frame of my mom's room. Her door was open and you could partially see into my bedroom. This was strange because our cat was typically always in bed with us. As I was watching him, he walked into my bedroom and meowed. I'm freaking out. Okay. I turned to
This
face
is
my mom.
too close to home.
Yeah, because I do have a cat also.
Yeah.
Okay, I turned to face my mom and wake her up. In the 3 or 4 seconds it took her to wake up and ask me what was wrong, we both looked back up in the door frame and there was a man standing by my open door. Shit, okay. Making his way out of my bedroom. I still don't know.
What?
Yeah, that man was in that kid's bedroom, which is right
Oh,
opposite
so
my room.
basically, they are sleeping here. The her door is there. The opposite door also they can see
Yeah.
partially. And there
Yes.
was a guy going out of the. Okay.
I'm getting goosebumps. Okay. Door frame, and there was a man standing by my open door. Okay. Making his way out of my bedroom. I still don't know how she managed to do it so quickly, but my mother proceeded to pick me up and literally throw me out of the screen window. Again, we were on the first floor and it was maybe a 3 foot drop to the ground. Okay, how is that a first floor? I was like, from 10 feet, you threw a great kid out the window.
No, she threw her. Okay. She threw her out of the bed.
She threw
The
the
guy
kid
was
out of the
actually
window.
entering this room.
We don't know yet. Okay, she quickly followed and we were able to start screaming for help and someone called 911. Okay, there's no reference to where that man went actually. Okay, let me continue. Let's see if there's a reference. The police came but didn't see any signs of forced entry. Only that our front door was unlocked, which led them to believe the man must have exited that way. The strange thing was that my mom swore up and down that she had locked the door that night with the deadbolt and chain lock. About a week later, she was cleaning the kitchen and opened up our water heater closet and found a notebook with names and drawings, as well as a pair of gloves and some gum wrappers. The police were called again, but all they could do was speculate that the man had been in our house and hid until we were asleep. Just to clarify, our apartment was on the ground level, so my mom didn't hurl me into potential paralysis, just a three-ish foot drop to grass.
Oh my god. I was for a point thinking if it was a bad divorce, it could be the father, no?
Yeah, that was the first thought that came.
I was like, okay, father could be the guy who is
Maybe he
coming in
wanted
and
to
all.
take a kid and go and blame it on the mother and all of that. This is a problem.
Maybe, yeah. Anything extended in that direction would have been okay.
Yeah.
At 11:30 in the night, Kaveri, what the hell are we doing?
I
But
don't
yeah,
know.
coming back, I think mine is But coming back to the story, I am like, I have no comments. But yeah, I hope that doesn't happen to anybody else in the
Anybody,
life.
yeah.
Okay, I don't know how to react, and I have no comment on this. Yeah.
No, imagine.
Yeah, like I think mother was smart actually to escape from that situation.
Yeah, she was really. I mean, she had the sense of like presence to even respond to such a situation, because usually.
And I think the cat also
lost.
said, cat
Yeah.
also came and said someone is there. Meow, meow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
True,
it was
true.
like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll go for one more story because I think we want to be scared when we sleep today. So, okay.
Or maybe not sleep today.
A few summers ago, again, America. When you say summers
Summers
ago, it's
means
ago,
yeah.
yeah. A few summers ago, I went for a bike ride around midnight with a friend. Okay, you should die. Sorry, but yeah, you go with a bike ride. Oh, I also, no bike ride. I go necessity travel. If I'm in someone's place, I'll come back to my home. I don't go riding at midnight with a friend.
Okay.
We went our separate
I'm
ways at the
judging
end
you
of
right now. You only were the one who go out at 11:30, 12 in the night and all to meet people.
So we went our separate
There is a
ways.
friend of us to vouch for me.
Okay. Okay, yeah, it's not that bad. Maybe necessity kind based travel he was doing.
Yeah.
Okay. We went our separate ways at the end of the evening, and I had about 2 blocks to ride back by myself. I want to know what is the age, by the way. When they say bike, it could be cycle also. I think it could be like a cycle. I am not sure because they also call it as a bike.
Correct. Possible.
Because of the construction, I had to ride on the sidewalk, but the streets were dead. But it wasn't a problem
bicycle.
dead, but it wasn't a problem until right where I was about to turn left onto my street. Okay. There was this man walking by himself, maybe his 40s, a little scruffy, but not homeless. Okay. The sidewalk was narrow.
He defined that he's not homeless.
Yeah. He looked galich, but not homeless. He's like galich fellow, but still I think he had somewhere to go. Yeah, he's not sleeping on the street is what. Okay. I turned down my street and he started to, okay. 1 minute. The sidewalk was narrow and I didn't want to freak him out. So when I got about 6 feet behind him, I said, "Hey, behind you." And he turned around and gave me this super angry look. Okay. I turned down my street and he started to follow me, literally screaming about how I was a fucking dash and he was going to kill me and all that. I think he was not from the streets, he was from mental hospital. I lived right off corner and I didn't want him to figure out, so I decided to do another loop around the block. What a go. Okay, yeah, that also is in a way correct that he doesn't want it to show.
Yeah.
That's not the scary part. Okay. It's not the scary part.
Okay.
The scary part is when I looked back around and looked down the street, I saw him standing on my fucking friend's stoop, staring out at the street like I knew I lived there. He saw, look, I am actually taking pauses because he has actually used all adbhuta words, which I don't want to read.
Understood.
Okay. He saw me right by again. He didn't say anything. I ended up going back to the friends, but my bike got stolen from the alleyway by the house 2 days later.
Okay.
Edit. The guy in question was definitely not actually homeless. We have a large population of mentally ill in that area, unfortunately. So if I didn't think the sidewalk was too narrow to pass, otherwise I wouldn't have disturbed him. Half the scary part was that he looked pretty much completely normal in my area. So I don't know which area he stays with.
First
Somebody
thing
like
he
him
should
looks like a
move.
normal guy.
Yeah,
That
he
being
should
said, I
move.
ended up texting my mom and she made the decision not to notify law informants until my bike was stolen. Okay. Okay, this is a mental guy kind of took a mental thief. So this is on the theme of what we have discussed. So this is a mental thief taking the cycle, and the language what he has used to write in the story. I don't think
Beautiful.
so. He would have told, "Hey, behind you, hey, MF, behind you." He would have told something. So that's why the guy was like, "How dare you call
Possible.
my mother?" Yeah, yeah. So I think this. I don't know who is actually come. And like he said, this guy doesn't look mentally ill for his area. I'm really worried what area he stays in. But yeah,
Yeah.
this was a very nice story where I am
Yeah.
like not scared. Yeah, nice story. Good
Yeah.
story.
Good story.
Not scared at all. Delivering a hot tub to this contractor in this fancy gated community near Branson. When I arrived, the construction workers were in charge of telling me where the thing was supposed to go. It was going on the fourth floor balcony, but because of the way the house was built, the fourth floor was ground floor.
Huh?
Huh? Huh?
Like even if ground floor and first floor they would have said, I would have said
But
okay.
because the way the house was built, the fourth floor was the ground floor. That's what he has written. Okay. The other three floors were on the side of a hill.
Oh. But you will do 1, 2, 3, 4, downwards.
I don't know. I okay. But the other three floors side of the hill, but the driveway was even with the first fourth floor entrance. If that makes sense, he has written in bracket. No, it makes no sense. Whoever the Coyote Laughter, for the name itself is Coyote Laughter, so I don't know what to expect out of this.
Yeah, it could just be a joke.
So a lot of construction going on, but to get the hot tub on the balcony, I had to make a ramp. Take it from, but basically it's a ground floor, no, the balcony. Uh, Take it from the drive down into the yard, up the ramp to the porch through the living room door. Something is doing.
Okay, yellow.
Across the living room, out the back patio doors onto the deck. Oh, somewhere, somewhere he went. Problem with this was the deck was unfinished. A huge section of the decking was missing. What does that mean, though? What exactly is deck?
You're so pissed. I think it's that front. Uh, how to say? Before the gate or before the garden, there will be some place. No, that's called porch or something. No,
But it was deck. I don't know what the
second
what
porch are
the.
same.
It was not decking. It seems decking was missing. It seems I don't know. They had literally installed only enough decking so that I could go. I don't really know. That makes he's making up words as he has written the story. Is what I think. My dooring is missing, flooring is missing, and the chatting is missing. Chatto. The roofing is missing. The roofing was not roofing enough. That's what his language is like that only. Coyote. Okay. There was no railing. The hot tub weighted 900 pounds and it was four-story drop if I feel. Four-story, he said fourth floor is the ground floor. I'm very confused at this point of time. Okay. Huh. The
Oh,
construction
I
workers.
think he wanted to say ground floor is the first floor. I think fourth floor. Sorry, ground floor is like the fourth floor because it's on a hill, right?
Yes. I have no clue if that even with that also it's the story is not making sense. More than the
True.
horror, we have to sit and write what was porch, what was deck,
Architecture
where was
diagram.
things. The construction workers volunteered to help me. We got it out onto the deck. Crossed the narrow bridge of installed decking to the corner,
Okay, something he did.
and I was about to lay it down. Laying it down isn't that hard. You tilt it, bring it down to your lap, grab the strap secure, hit the dolly, and lower it to the deck. It's control. I would have done. Amma, I'm sustaagtide Kaveri nanfly laagtilla Kaveri. What the hell has he written Kaveri? So okay, I'm skipping the whole section. Whatever, what tilting, pilting, puckling, whatever he has done, I'm skipping that part. However, this deck wasn't finished. I know that, Baba. I know that. So the contractor wanted to leave it on its edge. It's a lot harder to take it off when it is standing up. What is standing up? And what are harder to take uh, because the dolly is under a 900. What exactly is a dolly? What exactly is a dolly? Huh?
Oh
Hmm.
my god.
But but I've done it before. I told them we would have to put blocks under one side of the dolly. Correct. I agree. Fill
What
the tub
story?
and pop the straps and release the dolly so it could be removed. Hey, where is the problem? This is the horror, huh? How to put a hot tub in the dolly above the deck inside the porch. I think that's the problem. Okay. Okay, I'm going a little ahead. Problem. He has written problem. Oh, this wasn't
Finally.
the problem. He's getting to the problem now. The deck wasn't wide enough to allow me to do it safely. I popped the strap on the hot tub, put the blocks under, and I tilted the hot tub. But that put me with my feet 4 inches from the edge. So, wow, this is so bad. I'm feeling I'm attending one civil class. So, where they're telling you have hot tub of this size and weight. Where are you keeping it? How are you keeping? Okay, I am freaking out, but it's all going smooth. I have a construction worker on each side, me helping support the tub. Three construction workers freeing the dolly, and one useless worker playing with the strap. What is going that is going to secure the tub to the house so that the wind doesn't blow the tub over. Tub is 900 kg. What you are in tsunami? What wind will blow it over? Ha, calm down. We are inches from having the dolly freed. Wow, let the dolly die. Let her die. Ah.
No, I think doily is a thing. We keep
Dolly
switching.
dolly. It's not doily dolly. It's a human name only. I think some dolly is attached to that. Freed with one construction workers freeing the dolly gets impatient and kicks to the corner of the tub to dislodge it from the dolly. And it works for him, but unfortunately for me, I did. Wait, I'm going to the climax of this story because in another two paragraphs he has written Dolly helped, Dolly loosed, Dolly freed, tubbo pots around. I thanked him by sending him and his wife and a kid Breckenridge, Colorado for Christmas. It was actually a vacation I would have saved for and was about to surprise me and my daughter with, but I felt he deserved it more. I think some construction worker he wanted to help. Plus, my wife and a daughter didn't know anything about it. Yeah, that was one of my scariest moment happened before. Oh, basically, he took the taboo. At the fourth floor, first floor, that confusing house taboo, he wanted to place it on Dolly's head. And while keeping it on Dolly's head, he was about to fall. That was the scary moment of his life. Kachada sewer. Have some real experience in your life.
He had a lot of FOMO. He wanted to put a story here, so he told him about the
So,
incident.
summary he has written fell off a fourth first floor deck. But construction workers saved me that day. I rewarded him with a vacation.
You should have
I
just
couldn't
read
read
this in the
this.
beginning. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, what all nonsense we are doing for content? Dolly, Bridjo, Taboo. Okay. Okay, read one more story. I'm done. This Dolly, Billy, Swore people, I'm done with them.
The scariest thing I've ever had happen while camping. So I live in Eastern Oregon and my mom lives in Western Oregon. Okay. I went to visit her for the summer and she's very outdoorsy, so we decided to take the 1 hour drive from her city to the coast. We end up at this free campsite at the top of this hill. Huge foot hills of the coastal mountains, about a 25-minute drive from the top where the campsite is to the bottom where the main road was. And we were the only campers there. Already a bad choice. Yeah. We relaxed for the rest of the day, made food, etc. A truck full of men drive up the hill and talk with my mom. I don't know what about, wasn't suspicious at the time, and they leave us. Fast forward to the middle of the night. I wake up to my mom sitting straight up in the tent. I wake easily, so I heard her gasp and it woke me. As soon as I saw she was awake, she put her hand over my mouth because I was starting to ask her what's wrong. It was dead silent, and all of a sudden, you hear footsteps right beside the tent. The light flap and covers, the zipper was even moving. Oh my god. Okay. Thankfully, my
So,
mom had quick wits and said very loudly, Kenny, grab the gun. That's smart.
oh,
That's
very
so
smart.
smart.
Yeah,
Okay.
very smart.
Kenny is my dad, although that doesn't matter. And mind you, he was not there. Just us girls, like I previously said. Okay, they left. No harm was done. Thank the Lord for my mama. Two girls
Yeah.
at a campsite alone, people outside tent in the middle of the night, and my mom pulled some badassery. True.
That's actually very, very smart. At the
Very
same time, it
smart.
was very, very dumb to actually go and stay somewhere like that.
Alone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I would have been appreciate if they actually take the gun with them because Americans are allowed to take the gun. So
Yeah,
they
that's
could have taken a gun, but that was very, very smart.
true, true.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
that was good.
Yeah.